So I would say that in many ways technology is the easy part of everything that we do. In other words, there are a lot of answers out there, and we know what and we look at them, we try and figure what they are. Sometimes there are too many of them, so you have to winnow down and begin to make selections, but often that process we can actually do pretty well. I think the biggest challenges that we face, and I would be willing to bet that any organization faces, is actually the ability to change the necessary people, process, culture activities around implementing new technologies and new capabilities. And it's not because people don't want to do that, it's just because these things drive radical changes in how things are done. So if you look at the world of cloud computing and big data and things that we've talked about as an example, they're all predicated on the concept that you actually do things ahead of time, right? So in the cloud, you have ruthless standardization, and you make decisions about the workloads you run ahead of time in the cloud, right? You make decisions around trying to, then a governance process, which isn't reactive and waits for requirements to come in the door, but you need a governance process that allows you to do things like make decisions before you realize that this is a big issue for your mission, your business, your problem space, and make sure that answers are implemented before the problem becomes real that's there, right? It's about enabling the fact you have capacity ahead of demand that's on the floor that you can leverage when an opportunity strikes. So when a big new data set falls in your lap for any number of reasons you can possibly imagine, you want to be able to figure out what's in there and then correlate it and relate it to everything else that you have. If I don't have capacity ahead of demand sitting on the floor to take advantage of, then you get these long delays that enable us to not be responsive and not be agile in supporting our mission and things like that, right? So it really comes down to those two things are the hard nuts, the people and the process. Education, training, and opportunity for the people, and then looking at your governance and your processes and making sure that they adapt to the new technologies instead of making your new technologies adapt to your legacy processes.
Yeah, well put.